What's up, everybody? It's your boy Avi that don't play but slay all day, every day. This ain't Burger King. You can have it your way, and I am back. I know it's been like what, almost 4 episodes. Hold on, my dog is just barking. You good? Period. Alrighty. Anywho, I know you know, I watched the video, I watched the show, but I just wasn't able to do my recap. It's been busy, and then we also did have Hurricane Barrow that just came through Texas, and then, that fucked up everything. So now we're here. So in this video, I'm just gonna review episode 9 and 10, and then in my next video, I'm gonna review 11 and 12, and then boom, we're on track. And hopefully, I can go ahead and start uploading my videos. But if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me down below, subscribe, turn that notification bell on so you know every time I upload and all of that good stuff. And yeah, let's get into these episodes. Okay, guys, so the episode starts off with Asian Doll and Mariah, just squabbling up, fighting till the death. Mariah already red, Asian Doll just looking like she's just, having fun, chilling. They went 4 rounds, like back and forth. Um, Mariah swears she won. I don't think so. I thought Asian Doll took all 4 rounds. Asian Doll clearly put her to the ground. Um, Asian Doll still looked the same as she got there. So Mariah just looked fucking crazy. She looked crazy, but I still love Mariah. Miss International. Um, but the back and forth was just too unnecessary. Oh, I didn't want to fight you, but that's why I didn't want to fight you. Like so we cool, we cool, we good, we good, we good, we good. It was just a lot of back and forth, and they were just talking nonsense about everything of why they needed to go and why they needed to fight, and Instagram and all that good stuff. And then with them fighting, everyone starts to approach, Bianca, because they felt like Bianca should have jumped into the fight, and then Mariah Mariah said she didn't want anybody to jump into it, so um, and then I guess everybody ganged up on Bianca on that point. So Bianca felt some type of way, so she went to go ahead and sit on the RV and dismiss herself from the situation. And then of course Biggie comes up and was like trying to talk to Bianca. And I don't know why Biggie was trying to insert herself, trying to play peacemaker, because at the end of the day, like, she got her own problems to solve, and like just coming up here and then trying to solve some other problems, it was just unnecessary. But so that felt, I felt like that was just too much pressure on Bianca. But then everybody decides to come to where Bianca was sitting, and it was okay. And then Diamond the Body just came from behind and like just hit Bianca, which I thought that was a plus move. I just watched the video of her admitting that she did it for Bianca because Bianca was her friend. But then on another video, she was like, "Oh yeah, Bianca, Bianca's not my friend." So DTB gives me, I was liking her in the beginning of the episode, but right now it's a 50-50. So that's that. So then, as DTB hit Bianca from behind, Biggie tries to go ahead and snatch some goggles off of Bianca's head, as if like, I don't even know why you're inserting yourself into something that does not even like retain to you. You know, like why? So So what I didn't like about this whole thing was when Mariah then was fighting and was like, okay, you're gonna get beat up, you're getting beat up, ba 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 ba, and I still look better than you. Like that was just really unnecessary. Um, and then everyone starts to call, Bianca fake. Sunfire's trying to fight Bianca. I just went around the whole story. Anywho, now I'm back on track. So Sapphire's just, begging for her fate for Bianca. She said that Bianca did agree when Sapphire's arm get better that, she owes her fate. Which I thought was funny because I didn't see normally they would take us back to, what happened or, when they said it. But there was no thing said about, that being an issue. So I really thought that was funny. There was no playback. So DTB hits Bianca, and Biggie tries to take Bianca's goggles. Big is just a big, yeah. And then now they're in groups. So one group is talking about the island of who should go home and fight for their spot, and Slim to Bad's like, yeah, I'm ready to fight for a spot. Ba 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 ba. And then Bianca and just to end it off, Bianca and Sapphire has a sit down and just talks about nonsense and talk about friends, and it's just funny how Sapphire's talking about friends when I feel like they both came in on the same energy, and that is that. Boom. We are back and we're going to go on to episode 10, and the scene starts out with Rowley. Yes. Natalie catches up with Rowley about what's been going on in the house. So she talks about Mariah's and Asian Doll's fight, and how Mariah's eye is so big and black, and you know and they're just talking, and Rowley starts to say that she felt like the fans misunderstood her, or we misunderstood her, that she is not a bully. But I'm like, girl, it's on TV. It did give bully vibes. I don't know how you are in real life. If that's the character you were playing, you have to just give us signs that that's the villain. Everyone loves a good villain, but if it's villain on TV and villain in real life, is that really a character or is that just you? So yeah. So other girl starts to enter the room, and the group has Biggie in it, and Broly starts to be like, "Oh, Biggie, can I get a hug?" And Biggie's like, no." Like, you can't get no hug, like, and then it starts to show that Biggie wanted a apology from Rolly just because they were making fun of her speaking of Spanish, and Biggie didn't like that the whole season. So yeah, then everyone else starts to enter the room, and in this group there is Anna Mac, and they just start going off. You know, Rolly starts to talk about Anna Mac's hair looking like Easter baskets, Easter basket grass, and Anna Mac starts throwing shit at throwing a slipper at Rolly, and Rolly gets mad, and they just start doing under the belt moves, and um Taseki was just putting her 2 cents in about different weight class, which we all knew, but I don't think security was gonna let them fight just because they were still injured reserve. But that's a come, they were still injured reserves, but still talking their shit, giving very we need to make a scene, so let's go ahead and just go in and do our big one. When we go in, it was giving very that. So at some point, as Taseki's talking her shit, really says that she does feel like she's getting tagged. You know, everything was just pointless. But but I thought the funniest moment was during their argument is when Animag was like standing up. She buckled her legs, her knees. She twisted her feet in, and she was like, "I'm really." Started walking. Everybody started laughing. I wasn't gonna lie, it was funny. Like, and then the discussing groups about like who should go home, and discussed about fights, about Meatball and DTB, and just when Meatball was like, "Yeah, my sister did beat you up. Like, who's your sister? Like, I'm her sister. You won't fight me." Blah 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 blah. And this is their last night in Puerto Rico, so they all have a house meeting, and we already know how these house meetings go. So unfortunately, Slim and Dia gets their eviction notice. You know how they do it, these good eviction notice. So they get their eviction notice, and from there, Slim is already not having it. Slim is feeling like she needs explanation of who sent me home, who voted me out the house. Dia is also the same way. I feel like Dia um, I don't know why I just didn't like Dia on the show. I mean, I liked Dia at first, but then when they started to, do stuff with to Big Gretch, I didn't really like that. So that was that. And then Slim, I don't know. All I think about is that bad BBL, and I'm not gonna lie, that's the only thing I do think about. But other than that, they're cool people, but I feel like it was time for them to go just because it's in the 10th episode. Like, you guys already had enough time to go ahead and make you guys mark, show the world what you are all about, and sadly, I didn't get to know anything other than you're Dia from the prince. Wait, it's Dia, the princess from the islands, and that's all. That's that. So Slim is already drunk. You can already tell she's not having it. She's asking people why. Meatball's getting upset, just hoping that she does swing so she can just fight. But then everyone's going down the line. Well, they didn't really go down the line, but they show a couple scenes of why, explaining themselves to Slim of why they think that, her and Dia should go. But apparently she's not listening to anybody. But apparently Diamond's over there on the bar, just chilling. And I guess Dia didn't want to. I mean, not Dia. I guess Slim Too Bad didn't want to fight anybody. So with that, I guess I guess she gets rushed on the table, and boom. I guess believe they cut the scene. And oh yeah, and then they start their big one. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. So she attacked DGB over the bar. DGB took her wig off, tore her and just tore her ass apart. DGB did not. Her shirt came out. Her titties was fighting. It was a big thing. Her titties was fighting, and it was just a whole commotion. 3 rounds they went. DTB took those 3 rounds without a shirt on. Like, that's crazy. But she did good while fighting, and I was just like, okay, girl, get it. So with that, after that happened, Dia was trying to explain herself, like, okay, she had a good time, and Natalie was like, oh, you can stay in a replacement house, just in case, blah blah blah. But then Dia was just feeling like, oh, I don't want to, I think, you know, I started as an OG, I'm just gonna. And then Biggie starts to come up and be like, blah, blah, replacement. I felt really ill about that situation because, like, she was just having a hard time at the moment. You don't really just need to be, play oh Big Papa, or like Big Mama. Like, that was all unnecessary. So I did feel bad for them, and I mean for Dia because Dia was just trying to explain herself, and then even more when she was like after Becky did her shit and take up her time, Dia was trying to talk, and then Natalie cut them off, and then it was time for them to go to the club, and unfortunately Dia and Slim Bad went to the club, and the episode ends there, and yeah, catch me in my episode 11 and 12 video that's coming out soon. Um, and thank you for listening. Alrighty, guys, that was my review for episode 9 and 10 for Baddies Caribbean. And yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead and press that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you know every time I'm posted. And talk in the comments, leave me something, energy, give me something to review. I've been thinking of some other ideas of what I want to put out on my YouTube. I haven't discussed it yet. I've been so busy. I'm starting school this season. I'm starting semester this week. So yeah. Other than that, it's your boy Ave, and he out.